Hey, what's up you guys? It's Josiah Kelevra, and today I want to give a brief run through of my editing process for this portrait. So we're going to start working in Photoshop because I didn't really do that much in Capture One. So let's get right into it. So this is the image I essentially got out of camera. The only thing I really did in Capture One was adjust my highlights and adjust my shadows a little bit. I just wanted to have a little more of a flatter image with my lighting. So after import, I duplicate my layer and I make a heel layer. So the only thing I did with this was just go through and adjust the background, kind of just clean it up a little bit so we had like a little more of a flatter image. Next, I went in with my frequency separation. This is separating the two channels, very similar to high and low pass. My skin would essentially be my low pass, but I really like the way that my skin retouching is for frequency separation because it's very similar to micro dodging and burning and retouching skin that way. So I feel like it's a lot more efficient for me, and I think it gives me a cleaner image. So next we're gonna move on to dodging and burning. I don't actually use the dodge and burn tool at all. I make two layers for like two curve adjustment layers, and I use my paintbrush with the white to create to actually build up and paint on my image for my dodging and burning. So let's see, these are the results for my dodging and burning. Very subtle. I really just wanted it to accentuate some features, that way they stand out in my final edit. So the next layer is just squishing it down, that way I have a fresh layer to edit on. It's just all the previous layers stamped onto this one. So the next one is my skin tone color grade. Let's see, let's turn this on. Okay, so let's start one at a time. So the first one that I did was a hue saturation layer, and it began to look like this. And the further up I go, I actually did it on an editing basis, thinking of it as I was editing in the channels of my highlight, shadows, and darks. Highlight, shadows, and midtones. That way I could have a little bit more precision with my colors, and that way it's a little easier for me to track where my edits actually lie. So as I go in, you can kind of see like the really minor subtle adjustments for these. The big player for this right here was this black and white layer. The black and white layer is still like a regular black and white layer, except I have a blending layer on this, a blending mode for this layer, which is on multiply, and the opacity is at 50. And my preset is also the blue filter for the black and white layer. So after the black and white adjustment layer, I go in and just fine tune a little bit more until I'm completely satisfied. Next, I'm moving over to my color grade. Again, when I do my color grading, I work within channels, so I have this separated in light, midtones, and darks, where I adjust the colors and my exposure for this depending on which section I'm at. So let's close this up so we can have a little bit more space. And my final adjustments for this photo is to add my curves adjustment layer and just brighten the image up a little bit. And then I add my vibrance, and I only add about +11, don't need that much. And also I brightened up his eyes a little bit. This is also a curves adjustment layer that's masked to black, and I use my brush and paint white around the base of his eyes. So yeah, that's about it. That's my editing process. I tried to make this as short as possible, that way I can keep you guys' attention to the end. And also I will be touching up on later videos on my actual frequency separation, my actual dodging burning process, and also both of my color grading process for the skin tones and my global color grading. Make sure you subscribe, that way you can be in tune to everything that I have upcoming. I have a few videos in mind as far as editing that I can't wait to share with you guys. And also, if you really like this video, give it a thumbs up and hope to see you on the next one. Catch you later.